All right, you know what time it is. You need to hear this. Number 13. Okay? Oh, hey y'all. APG Jamie here. And today is the 13th installment of our series, You Need to Hear This. I know you already figured it out because you smart like that. Alright, let's get started. Oh, well, let me do a little disclaimer, because I did that at the beginning of the series, and now we're in the 13th month, which I've mentioned like 5 million times already, okay? Essentially what my hands is doing is really not that important. It's just to entertain your eyes and your brain a little bit so that I can talk to your inner being, okay? Okay, please read the description box for disclaimers and other type of information. Alright then. My dearest artist friend. Yep, that's you. That's you, all of y'all's. Whether I know you or not, whether you know me or not, matters not. Matters not? Not. 13. Please, y'all, please do not downplay your work, okay? Regardless of what your work is. Yep, sometimes I catch myself doing that. You know, I'm human, so, you know. Let me tell you a little story that took place between me and a journaling friend. Okay, been a while. We were walking to a restaurant after doing some arting together, and you know, you just chit chat, and she was downplaying herself as an artist, as a crafter. Okay, she's downplaying her work, and it occurred to me. I explained why she needed to stop that. I know, it occurred to me how her integrity as an artist was damaged by the words she spoke of herself. And the following words actually kind of took me by surprise too, because sometimes, y'all, I don't know where this stuff comes from, or where this information comes from, because I'm not, you know, I can be a little deep sometimes, but, you know, not quite. Okay, anyway. So, here we go. I says, please do not downplay your work. Because when you do compliment someone else on the good job they did with theirs, they are listening to what you say about yours. They hear what you say, and it lifts them up to encourage them about their work, okay? And that's good, because we all need to encourage each other and ourselves too. Trust among artists. There is no competition, only varying degrees of practice and where we hope to get. Please understand that when we talk about our work not being good or not good enough or sloppy, disjointed, etc., and so on and so on, okay? Be careful, because the very people we just encouraged and complimented earlier hear us. They listen and they hear us about the opinion we have of our own work. Does that mean we lied to them? You know, because if they look up and admire our work and now we just downplayed and talked about how bad it was, were we lying to them? Did we just make fun of them in a roundabout way? You know, y'all know how it is. Or were we stroking their ego? Or are we looking for someone to stroke our ego? To talk us out of being down on our work? To tell us how good we are? Because if they believe your work is good and they aspire to be as good as you, with practice, okay? And now you've just talked about how bad your work was. They probably lost a little bit of trust in you. Put it another way, how could the work you praised from them really be that good if yours is not? Because, they see their work as less than yours already. Maybe, not always, okay? All right? So, yeah, don't downplay your work, people. I hope that makes sense, because it kind of made sense to me at the time. Now we all do like our ego stroked. We all like that. Even people who don't say they do, they do. Okay? Because, we all want approval. It's a fact. It's a human being quality. And when I compliment someone's art, I mean it from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head and all the places in between. So then if they feel the same about my stuff, who am I to recommend them but not myself? This is just one aspect of our ego self. Ego self is not our enemy. It tries to protect us from the pain of hurt feelings, tries to keep us striving to be better. Ego self holds fear too. In fact, it practically has a death grip on fear. They best friends, y'all. It puts fear between us and that better place where we truly want to be. It's our job to keep and to make and keep a balanced space for our ego self. Okay? If you must judge, please do not judge yourself any harder than you would anybody else. Okay? And all this stuff that I've been talking about in this series, it all takes practice, and you've heard me say that. Everything takes practice. It's not necessarily commentary on practicing, but life in general takes practice. It does. If you want your house clean, you have to practice keeping it clean. You want your art to be better, you have to practice doing art. Okay? You want your car to run better, you have to practice at taking better care of it. It's practice. You want people to be nice to you, you need to practice being nice to people. Okay? Just saying. Everything in life takes practice. And art and self-talk, y'all know, you've heard me. You have heard me. Takes practice. Okay? So please, don't downplay your art. If you need a compliment, if you need pats on the back, because we all do from time to time, you are more than welcome. And I highly encourage you to tell yourself what a good job you did. To celebrate that you even did it. Okay? Because all that's worth celebrating. Thanks so much for watching. And happy arting, y'all.